And welcome back to Morning Live, and our election broadcast takes us to the Eastern Cape today, and that's where Leanne is. But before we cross over to Port Elizabeth, the gangs in the northern suburbs of course, that particular city, they have been having a right royal go at each other and destabilizing the area. And before we get to Port Elizabeth, the city on Algoa Bay in South Africa's Eastern Cape province, let's take a look at this insert.
She's sleeping now with her mouth open.
The cries of a desperate mother, looking for answers. Another young life taken by gang violence. This family is still reeling after the senseless killing of their child. The latest victim, a 12-year-old schoolgirl, Alvanisha Brooks. Brooks was shot dead in Bloemendal as gang wars continue to ravage the community. The little girl sustained a gunshot wound to her head. Her father can't come to terms with what happened.
I don't know what to say, but to tell you the truth, I can't ask Jesus why me, my daughter.
Alvanisha's mother Sonia recalls the last time she saw her daughter sleeping in her bed. She says she never imagined the very next day her child would sleep forever.
Look at how she's sleeping now with her mouth open. Her arms was open like this, the way she was lying on the bed. And we were still joking about it. But at least I know that it was the last time that I was going to see my child laying in her bed.
After the shooting, members of the community allegedly then mobilized and targeted the houses of suspected gangsters.
After the killing of Alvanisha, the community members in this area took it in their hands and stormed this house, killing one of the alleged gang members. Right next to me is where the man was found.
One male was dragged into the street and stoned to death, while another 16-year-old male is fighting for his life in hospital. But conflicting reports on the killing of the gangster have emerged.
It's gangsters. It's not mob justice, it's gangsters. Anyone who's saying it's mob justice, they are lying.
Community members are pleading with government to intervene.
My God, where were you? Why aren't you coming to help? The police are here. Everyone is here. But for how long?
But in less than 24 hours, another child was caught in the crossfire. A 3-year-old boy was injured when he was shot in Gelvandale while sitting with his father outside. The streets in the northern areas have been occupied by gangs since the 1960s. There are currently more than 20 gangs operating in the area. The bullets often fly between rival gangs over turf wars. One resident, Jayed-Leigh Paulse, says she lives constantly in fear, even in the comfort of her own home. Her son is a drug addict.
I almost killed my child because I'm sick and tired of everything.
Community members say those who witness a crime turn a blind eye for their own safety.
I'm living in fear. I'm living in fear. Everybody's living in fear in this community, Chin, because why they not talking? They are afraid. They are afraid.
But the area is also plagued by poverty and socio-economic issues, which contribute to crime. Children as young as 8 years old are roped in to join a gang and push drugs. The area has a high learner dropout rate, which feeds into the life of crime. And soon, these innocent children become street-hardened. Little boys on these streets are also groomed to take the life of their father's killers.
Innocent children is dying. How will get a boy growing up without his father? That will make that boy a gangster because his father was killed. No? His father was killed by a rival gang. Now tomorrow he grew up with that intention. Hey, I'm gonna get my father's killer.
Last year, Minister of Police Jayed-Leigh visited the northern areas and implemented the National Gang Unit. The special gang unit consists of officials from all over the country.
That we have taken NIU and TRT and deployed them, but they are supported by the local members. In total, there's 116 members deployed to deal specifically with the gang areas and the gang issues.
Even though the community have to dodge bullets daily, they remain hopeful that after the national elections, change will come.
What changes you want to see in the community is a stronger educational system for us. Smaller, not the youth, but the youth of tomorrow, because they are the future, the upcoming generation.
I want to make a change in the community and want the people to get jobs and something to keep them busy.
To date, no official statistics have been published about gang-related deaths in Nelson Mandela Bay. But a source close to the investigation says that more than 200 people have lost their lives due to gang violence in the northern areas over the past 3 years. I'm Jayed-Leigh Paulse for SABC News in Port Elizabeth.